Can I first begin by thanking you all for coming to the unveiling of this bench to the memory of our old friend Harry Goodwin. I'd like to say special thanks to Alice DeVille for organising the event, Mike Burgess for making the bench, and Rachel McGowan, who originally suggested this memorial, and also to Manchester City Council Regeneration Team for their support. Harry had a true talent and a unique talent that earned him great respect worldwide with his photography. It was a pleasure to know Harry, and I'm proud to call him my friend. Thank you to all the local people as well of Chorlton and the businesses for their donation. I'd like to invite Ron from K-Style Barbers, who's going to read a poem now. So thank you.
Thanks to everybody for coming. Right. As we saw Harry, photographer extraordinaire. Imagine Harry as a butterfly, flying from garden to garden, and every person he met, he enhanced their life. Harry was unique. Chorlton is blessed to have iconic people. George Best, Sir Matt Busby, Harry Goodwin, the Gibb family. Well, Harry was Chorlton. He glided along the pavement, letting on to everybody as he went. Harry just blended in. Some people knew Harry by name and his photography and his pictures, but they didn't already know Harry. But in the bank, in the butchers, in the chicken shop, Harry was just Harry, and he had a gift for everybody. Thank you, Harry. We'll have a nice cup of tea. Harry's Tea Shop will keep going.
Harry was like, I first met him when I had a number one in 1965. That was Top of the Pops. And this, I called him a whippet. He was like a little greyhound. He was here, there and everywhere. And he'd suddenly appear from all different places taking your photograph. And he was such a nice fellow, you know. And there was one point he said, I'm bloody well trying to get Sandy Shaw's photograph. He says, I can't even get in through the dressing room door. I said, don't worry, I'll go in, because I knew Sandy very well. So the door opened and there's Sandy there. And of course, he got his shot. So where there's a will, there's a way. And I tell you what, he was amazing.
Well, I first came across Harry through Ron from K-Style Barbers. He's obviously someone who epitomised Chorlton. He only had one fault. He was a Manchester United fan. Everyone in Chorlton, even if they didn't know him particularly well, would know him to see in the street and to say hello. And everyone would say hello to Harry, and Harry would always have a hello back to everybody else. So if you were a close friend, a close relative, that was great. You knew him really well, but everyone in Chorlton, even if they weren't close friends or relatives, knew something about Harry and was always there to say hello to.
Well, I met Harry about 12 to 15 years ago now at a concert, and I actually met him through one of my best friends from school actually, but we did meet at a concert and we had a lot in common with music. He was always ringing us up at night about 11 or 12 o'clock or even 1 o'clock saying, Top of the Pops is on, Shares on.
We've had many memories with Harry. I've known him for maybe 12 to 15 years, and he has been a gentleman, an absolute gentleman. He's talked to me about the 60s when I was growing up, and I was only about 8 or 9, and it was fantastic. And when he sent me his photographs and told me to keep them, I've kept them by my bedside, and I've told people I've slept with Martha Reeves, I've slept with Tina Turner, Kathy Kirby, Elton John, but we won't talk about Elton John. But all his photos are a treasure. They are a memory for me, and I'll always hold them close to my heart forever and ever.
I think he took some of the best photographs ever taken of. I mean, when you think most of the stars those days, some were one-hit wonders. The others were just there. You knew they had star quality, and he caught about everybody going. He was great, and we've had some fun times. A couple of years ago, when he had his exhibition in Blackpool, we actually went up to Blackpool for that. Again, flew in, and it rained all the time, and it was freezing cold. But he had his exhibition there. It happened to be the same day. It was my birthday. So, threw a little birthday party. Well, it ended up, it was basically Harry's party. It literally, Harry had a knack, and his entourage following him, and sort of took over my birthday party. I'm going to kill you one of these days, you devil. But he did things like that. Oh no, and we had a huge buffet laid on, and he was the only one that had fish and chips. He had to have fish and chips no matter where he went. But I loved him and knew him very well. He was just one of those lovely characters. Lovely characters.
I just think he was such a lovely, kind-hearted man, and he was always interested in you. Whatever it was, he would always make you feel at ease with yourself and relax you. And he was just a lovely man, absolutely beautiful.
Loved him dearly, and it's such a tribute to him to have this wonderful seat there. You know, I said to my friend Mia, God, I hope nobody puts graffiti on it, because it's such a beautiful piece of wood, and it is such an honour and a tribute to have sat on it. So thank you.
Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.